Hello guys. In this video, we will discuss about solid.js, solid.js. So solid.js is a modern and also high performance JavaScript library. So it is basically used to, build the web interfaces, UI, basic designs. Okay, it focuses mainly on fine-grained reactivity. This is just like an one of the upgraded like with the React DOM, and this will directly updates the DOM. Okay, there is no virtual DOM just like React.js. So it is actually directly contacts with the DOM just like you know Angular does, and also it will offer a simpler and also fast alternative for traditional libraries like React. Okay, so like just like in React, so React will work mostly on the virtual DOM, but here we are not going to interact with the virtual DOM. We are actually going to directly update the real DOM. Okay, so there are some flexibility, and also there is some important features like it will give the templates while we create any project like that. So such facilities are there with this solid.js, and also it is smaller, but it is very active and also like very fast. Okay, so so those are the advantages we can say about this. Okay, so next we will discuss about third point. Solid.js combines reactive programming principles of frameworks like Svelte, okay, and also knockout.js. So this our knockout.js is like some previously it was there before 2015, like angular.js and also knockout.js, backbone.js. So these are all the several actually initial JavaScript libraries were there. Okay, so this person who is I'm Rian, who this person has actually worked on top of this and made a component based architecture. Okay, just like an alternative for the React. Okay, and with these two technologies. Okay, and also solid.js was created by Rian, as I mentioned. He's a front-end developer, he's a open source contributor. Just like he works with them, basically with the open source projects, and he will like create. Um, he has actually invented this. He has created this. Okay, so he has started working on 2016, and library was officially released as an open source in 2018. Okay, so this is the small intro. So let us go for the next page. So fine-grained reactivity. So what is meant by this fine-grained reactivity means it will track the small changes. It will track the changes at smallest level. So for example, label change or a button change or some tree structure change or some list view change, and it will updates only whatever necessary without re-rendering the entire component. So we no need to re-render the entire component. So earlier with the React, we have like entire component, at least component based re-rendering, but that is also actually avoided here. So it will only compile or update only the smallest level changes. So what will happen is like your RAM consumption will be reduced. Okay, you no need to compile. Suppose if your component having some thousand lines of code, you no need to compile those thousand lines of code. You just whatever, suppose if there is a small change has happened, only that particular level change alone or label change alone will be updated to the real DOM. So the concept here, we don't have any virtual DOM. We don't have any virtual DOM. So actually instead of the virtual DOM, like React, So it will solid.js updates DOM directly, reducing the overhead, and also it will improve the performance. So since it is directly updating the real DOM, so we can say like it is more faster. So and also here we have this fine grained reactivity, so which is like making like small level changes. So that is also one of the advantage to improve the performance compared to react.js. Okay, so this solid.js also supports JSX, okay, for building the UI components just like React. So makes it feel familiar with the React developers. Okay, so if you are a React developer, you no need to worry. So this is not very new. So the same JSX components you can able to find here also. And also the data flow here is like a unidirectional data flow. So solid.js uses a predictable one-way data flow for managing the state and props. Okay, and also it is a lightweight, just like a small library, some 7 KB like that. It is an excellent choice uh, for choosing the projects, and also for later performances, where performance and bundle size, suppose if your project is having any bundle size problem, this can be very suitable for your projects. Okay, so the very next one is like how can we create an this solid.js app means with npx create solid at latest. It will get the latest version of the solid app, and also I'm going to give some my solid app if some folder. So once this is done, so we have to go to this my solid app, then we have to do npm install, and we have to do npm run dev. Okay, so this is the flow. So this is the flow how we can able to create an small react sorry um, solid.js based app actually. Okay, so that's all about. Okay. So, yeah. So now we will see that in action. So whatever the four commands we saw, so let us take this. Okay, go to our terminal. So I am assuming the Visual Studio Code is there with you people. So next, let me give it ls. So nothing is there for now. So let me paste this command. Okay, so this is like, so it will ask us, is this a solid project? Just press Y. Whether what kind of, it will ask several options. Okay, so basic or bare and hacker news notes, auth.js. Okay, with tailwind css, which kind of format you require, okay, for creating the project. So I am choosing for basic. So after that, I am asking for TypeScript. Let me press Y here. So the project will be created. So this is just like a template where we have the source and also app.tsx. Okay. And also these red marks we are seeing because of we didn't do npm install. That is why these red marks are there. So no need to be panic. Okay, so here we will find the components and also routes. There is like, it has given by default two routes. Okay, and here we can see like this router in the app. We can see the router, and okay, in the meta provider we have slash and slash about are the two routes. Okay, so let me go to this project. create my cell. So do npm space install. So in this also we have just like public and src based structure what we see in the React. So same wise we have the counter. It's this program is just doing once we click on the button. Okay, it is updating the state here. We are giving instead of the state create signal. Okay, so with this hook we are updating this set count. So once the person comes and click on the button, so this particular count will be incremented, and this is the css for that. And we have here two routes, right? So for those two routes we have about, and also this will be our loading. So this will be our actually loading page, and which is like index. And also about is just like I am displaying some kind of about information. And yeah, the package.json, if we see, we can see the dependencies. One is solid.js, WinXI, and also solid state router, and also meta. Okay, so we are just getting all of this, from the meta. We are getting like some title, and also with the meta. Okay, so this is just like an our material. And also we have here from the solid.js suspense, and also router. And this router is also from the solid.js file routes. And with the file routes, just like we have here under the router, we do have like meta root. And we are giving the meta provider. uh, Within that we are having the routes. Okay, suppose if any further no routes you can able to create here. So once you create here, definitely that particular route should be available within this routes folder. Okay, so otherwise it won't capture. So now the npm install is done. Okay, so to run, we don't run with the npm start. We will run with npm run dev. Okay. So this is just like an sample how to create an solid.js app. Okay, not like a full-fledged explanation. I will just give the full-fledged explanation in later sessions. But this is like an just how to create an app, solid.js app, and how does it look like, just for the information alone. Okay, so let me run this. So once I have here, see it is running in 3000. I have one more is in 3000. That's why it is not showing you. So if you are seeing the code, it is running in 3001. And this is the place where we can see on the browser there are two routes, index and about. So if we click on the button, we will find the counter incremented all the time. Okay, so this is how a general or solid.js app will be created. So that's all about this. Thank you. Please subscribe and okay, share. Okay, thank you very much.